It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
So we got the captain, the author, Ring Magazine legend. What else am I forgetting? His birthday is tomorrow, June 18th,
Number 82.
82. The man who can't predict fights right. Mr. Come and See You, Mr. Crack Your Head, Leon Muhammad. What's up?
Hey, man, you know, I thought Gamboza was going to pull it off. He just stopped him with a couple of body shots. He did better than I thought he was going to do. He did better than I thought he was going to do. And he did better than I thought he was going to do. And it was a decent card. They sold out the theater.
It sold out?
But they sold out.
Wow, that's impressive.
So the Puerto Ricans that was on the card, and a lot of Englishmen came over here. They had an English kid, Eddie San, great amateur. The pro debut, he brought about 50 people with him. So it was a good card. But let's get to the real business. Sampson screwed up, man.
What happened?
Sampson took some money from the kid. Here's my understanding from all my sources connected to Top Rank. Sampson told the kid Bob gave him one thing. When the kid checked, found out proof from his sources at Top Rank, Sampson lied to him. So he fired Sampson. Guess who he with now?
Eddie Hearn. Bob
No, he's not. No, he's not. He signed his new manager, JP.
Are you
Don't
serious?
go nowhere. Just listen to me close. Just listen to me close.
I'm not listening.
Yeah, the point is that he made the move. They set him up to fight Abdullah Mason.
Yep.
And for the vacant title.
Yep.
Because he's number one.
Right.
That was a good move on Antonio Leonard's behalf. What he did, he signed a co-promotion with Antonio Leonard promotion in Houston, and they'll probably give Am because Am got Abdullah Mason,
right,
along with Antonio and JP, to my understanding, and what I was told by Antonio Leonard that Abdullah Mason is with Bob Arum. So that was a good move. The kid figured out, and I never thought Sampson would rob a fighter. But to my understanding, he told the fighter he only got 4. And the word is that M gave him the whole 8.
Really?
That's my understanding from my sources, reliable sources, that M gave Sampson the whole 8. That the WBO and the commission made Am do it, because Am didn't have a choice. The fighter showed up, he made weight, and it was a guaranteed contract. But the problem I have, Freddie, I didn't know that Keyshawn and his brother and them and his crew jumped on the fighter that beat his brother.
Yeah.
With his baby sitting there. This is what one of Sweet Pea cousins called and told me. That is crazy, Fred. I'd have killed all them Negroes, man. I'd have went down there with my crew. They don't know, Fred. I done got word out in the streets of Philly. They're gonna have some problems. Them Davis boys gonna have some problems. And Terrence Crawford can't save them. They done messed with the wrong kid in Philadelphia. He ain't no street kid, but all his cousins, them niggas in the streets. And they play with them things. But I'm gonna try to smooth it out. I sat word down and told them kids to stand down. Let me work it out with Top Rank. Let me try to grab me some money for working it out. It ain't personal. It's always business. It ain't personal. It's business.
Well, the fighter spoke on behalf of Keyshawn Davis. He said he apologized because it was getting out of hand online, and a lot of Philadelphia YouTubers, boxers, personnel were saying that they were gonna have a conversation with Keyshawn Davis, and so he spoke up and said the same thing, stand down. And
You know, in Philadelphia, I got the call from some people that dear to me, loyal to me. They said, Brother Captain, what you want to do? I said, I want y'all to stand down because our love for the late Sweet Pea Purnell Whitaker. Stand down for now in the honor of Sweet Pea. We can't do this to Sweet Pea hometown. We got to leave this thing alone for right now, and let's see what Top Rank asked me to do. Let me talk to Top Rank. Bob is not coming this weekend. Bob is not coming. Only the media guy, Evan Cohen, is coming. And I don't talk to Evan because he's not the guy. He's not the guy to talk to. But what I will say, Fred, I'm not gonna let this thing get out of hand. Because this thing with the kids today, it can blow up in everybody's face.
They don't fight.
They play with them things.
Yeah, they play with them things. Yeah.
And so my job as an old head and a legend in the streets of Philadelphia and the captain to smooth it out if it's possible. But I also got to reap the benefits. I'm not making moves, and I'm still eating hot dogs. That's not going to happen. So what I'm trying to do is that it's a good move that Antonio and JP did by signing the fighter. Once he fired Sampson, publicly fired Sampson. And they lashed in because they got the guy that can fight for the vacant title. They got the guy, he's hot. He looked good on that card in Norfolk. So you got a dead fighter, and I don't know, have Terrence Crawford. I heard that Terrence Crawford's people, his publicity people is going to make a statement. That's what I heard. I don't know if they made it yet or not, but I got word out of Ohana Pastor from one of my connections that's in the gym with them every day and work in the mayor's office in Omaha. Says that the camp is going to make a statement. Any questions, Fred, from you or your people?
No, I just think I think Keyshawn didn't feel it until he's going to the fight and the whole crowd boos him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna see it funny. He's gonna think, oh, I'm the villain. Ha ha ha, I'm the Joker. In the next city, and they boo him, you know, and his comment section on his social media is going to be very, very unsettling for him, and he's going to be blocking a lot of people, and he's earned it. He's earned this type of, shall we say, reward, you know, and the fact that JPrince signed the fighter. I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing he did with you with Bermaine Stiverne. You know, and called King.
Well, let me say this. In all the sincerity, I'm not taking sides in none of this. I'm a businessman. My job is to make the trouble go away.
Right.
For Top Rank.
Right.
Because if they step to this kid, Terrence gonna lose and Top Rank gonna lose because they got a lot of money invested in Davis.
Right.
My job is to make sure everything runs smooth from the corners.
Right.
And I have to reach out to some people down there. Even though I'm the captain, but My day has come and gone, but I still got respect in that city. And my brother-in-laws are big in that city.
Right.
They are very powerful in the mayor's office. They're very powerful in the urban league. They're very powerful guys that came out of the streets. They can go to the streets. But we ain't doing that because all my guys is in the 60s and 70s and 80s. But what's going to have to happen, President, I think you may agree with me, and your fans may or may not. I think what's going to happen is that they're going to have to, President, take this kid back on the road, get him 3 or 4 wins, get him a shot at the title, and say, oh, he's coming home like the prodigal son. He's coming home for forgiveness. You got to quote scripture and all that when you bring this kid home. Again, you got to build him up. Oh, he changed. He's coming home for ask his fans for forgiveness. He's coming home like the prodigal son. I think that'll be a good move, but you can't bring him right back home and ask for forgiveness. You got to take him on the road, one of them back time when they do a show in New York or Oklahoma City or out there in California somewhere. Put him in there with a nobody. Then bring him home for another title shot when he moved to party and bring him home. So that's in the mix now. So he's out of the mix. So he got to get in the 140-pound mix. So you talking about he got to move up. Devin and all them guys are in the 40-pound Telefimo, and all them guys are in the range of 40 and 47. So he's going to have problems. So Am got to put him in a position, Fred. He got to be put in a position. He got to beg for redemption. Because what he did in Norfolk, bro, he'd have been done. If he'd have been with DK, he'd have got his head cracked for being stupid. Not for the way, for being stupid. What you did after the fact. You should have, they talked bad about your car, but your car didn't move, but the cameras got footage with your car running around the hotel trying to make the way. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it is a difference. See, Fred, I keep going back to this. It's never personal. It's always business, and you're only good as your team. Now, I'm talking, they may not like it, but you got to put this weight on Bo Max and Terrence Crawford. You got to put it on them. And then the statement that Terrence, I'm upset at Terrence, the statement he made on Shannon Sharp show, that was stupid. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. That's what we was talking about.
That was crazy. I got to talk to Bud when he come here. I got to talk to Grandmama when they come in here.
He's a nigga, man.
Yeah, sit down with that boy, man. You don't do nothing like that. You making your sisters look bad. If you want to do it to women, the niggas gonna think they can do it to your sister and your daughter. Come on, champ. You gotta stop that, man. I love you. I love the champ, but you gotta stop doing that mad stuff, man. Come on, bro. You know I love you and your grandmother, but you got this. Mama and grandmama them got to sit down with him and school him, man. You don't do that, man. But let me tell you something, Fred. In all sincerity, if that would have happened to his sister or one of his nieces, he didn't want to go to war in the streets, man.
He's one of
I know.
He's a fearless competitor.
And I'm going to say this out of love and out of peace. I know his children's mother is hurt. To watch this on live TV, on a Hall of Fame football player show, Shannon Sharp. But you got to understand, he's on Shannon's show. And Shannon is in the same predicament. He got 3 children by 3 different baby mothers.
Oh, you've been doing your homework.
See what I'm saying? It's never personal. It's business with me. See, I see a loophole for me getting a check out of all this. And I know how to make it go away from a street standpoint. Because you in my city. That's my town. I paid my dues in that town from the month. If you play with somebody out of Philadelphia that did nothing wrong, he trained in Philly, came in there and won the fight and beat y'all brother, and y'all want to jump on this man? Come on, man. If the fight would have been in Atlantic City, they left Atlantic City. You know that and I know that. But see, let me say this, much as I love Cam, his family, and Bo Mass, And Coach Red is my guy. I think if Coach Red would have been there, none of this would have been down. Terrence and Bowman, all them guys is cool with me, but Red is more down to earth. To me, in my personal opinion, I dealt with Coach Reds a lot. Coach Reds, he teaches his son, you get what you put out in life. And you put out negative, you're gonna get it back. To have your little baby there while you fighting, I think the baby was just in the crib or something, in the shoulder or something. That is crazy, bro. Then you want to jump on a guy that did his job. He went in the gym, he made weight, and he out hustled your brother, and the judges gave it to him. Now y'all want to beat him up?
That's all he did was out hustle him.
He out hustled his brother.
Yep.
And he deserved the nod, Fred. I watched the fight. He out hustled his brother in his own home, in his own arena. And he deserved the nod, Fred. He deserved the nod. And then they want to beat him up. That ain't cool, Fred. If I'd have been there, Fred, I'd have jumped in the ring and smacked both of them, all them damn fools. Because it's wrong, Fred. You're making the game look bad. All us that paved the way for them guys to be getting the kind of money they getting, and you want to act like this, coming here 5 pounds overweight, and even you mentioned he went and took a leak and came back still for some pounds over. You didn't even try.
Right.
I'm not saying they were trying to pay him back, but for the disagreement he had with the Crawford. Also, you got to blame on Crawford, and you got to blame Top Rank. When Crawford left, you should have told him to take your fighters with you, and took the loss.
Right.
For the little money you had in them when Crawford left,
right.
they were just starting out. So you still would have been okay. Top Rank might have been in the hole, but it wouldn't have been that much in the hole from dealing with these kids. You gotta fault Terrence and Bowman for not getting them ready. I excuse Coach Red because he got a couple operations on his knee, to my understanding, because he wasn't even able when Keyshawn won the title. He wasn't in New York. So I excuse Coach Red. He's my guy, and he's a righteous brother. He do the best he can to do what is right by his wife and his sons. So to my understanding, Crawford's all right with me. Him and Bowman, I love them and their family. But this is a business. You know Top Rank was up for some new challenge with some new networks, and this kid come home and act up like this, Fred, that make everybody look bad. Am I right or wrong?
And it's a shit show. You know, I want to dial it back to Terrence Crawford's comments on the Shannon Sharp show as it pertains to his baby mother. He think it was cool. He said a nigga just told her. You know, here's what he don't understand. He's devalued her in the presence of alpha men, accountable men with integrity. He has basically put her as like she's lucky she had kids with me. You know, like I chose to have kids with her. She better be thankful that I'm still with her, or I don't know if that he say he's single, but uh, he's devalued her to a space where she can never recover, and it's gonna play out really really bad for her because her 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 baby father is in the public eye every day, and come August he's gonna get all that attention. See,
Let me say something, Fred. Let me
let me
take it back
finish.
up for you.
Let
Go ahead, Fred.
me finish. And because we're so far from the fight, it's not getting the attention that it's going to get. However, when we get to August, mid-August, and everyone start gearing up for the fights, and CNN and ESPN start tapering off and start gearing up for this fight, it's going to come out, and bloggers are going to pick this up. Mainstream, she's going to be embarrassed. And then when she's embarrassed, I don't know what maybe I'm not dog whispering anything, but shit, that woman watching him treat his baby mama better than her, and she's gonna do what? She's gonna go on Google and oh, how much did he get paid? What all these women do in LA? Oh, he got this much? Hell no. You're not about to disrespect me. It ain't going down like that, dog. No, 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 no. It ain't going down like that. You better just hope that that they didn't have the baby in LA. You better hope they had it in like Omaha or a state that's fair to men. You know, because in California, woo, and it better not be no Instagram model or a white woman. You know, shit, 'cause all that gonna come out because somebody on Instagram is gonna do their research. I don't care to look for it, but someone it's just what organically happens in situations like this. Hey,
Let
Terrence,
me say this.
yeah,
Let me say this.
yeah,
Now, I'm a street guy. I got 6 daughters. Let me say this. This woman, she's very smart woman, parents, children, mother. I met her a few times. She's very smart. But I know she got somebody in her family that got brains gonna say, listen, walk, get the money, and take care of your own children. And do what you gotta do. Now, would I tell my daughter to walk? Or would you tell your daughter to walk for 20 years now and she married a big name fighter? I don't know what you would do. If it was one of my granddaughters today, I would say walk because I got the power in the streets to make everything all right. And I got the political power with Sharpton, people close to Jesse, and I got a young white kid that works for all the congressmen in D.C. I know how to make shit move around. But I'm saying that our little brother, man, you got to straighten up, Terrence. And you know Big Leon loved you, brother, and well, both your grandmothers. Mom and 2 grandmoms got to shut him down and school him. Ain't nothing like a scorned woman. This woman is scorned. In her mind, she trying to decide what she going to do. I don't know personally, but I know women. I know black women. I've been around 82 years, come midnight tonight, by Almighty God of grace. What I will say is that I wish them luck. Take care of your children, champ. Work this out, man. I mean, sit down with your children's mother and make this thing, man, because the public, leading, like you said, leading up to this fight, this thing gonna get real nasty.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's gonna, and the media is gonna purposely
And I don't think,
each other. Yeah,
and I'm going on public record on your show, Barbershop Conversation. Don't neither of them women need to go to Vegas. Stay home with your children. You that having the baby, stay home with your family, and the children of Terrence's mother of his other children, stay home. You don't need the scrutiny coming from the press asking you a bunch of questions. Stay there and raise your children.
right.
Don't even go to Vegas because the press going to try to dog you out. They're going to try to cause confusion. There's going to be a lot. Deb, if she's not scoring, I know she's upset with the champ, but you go to Vegas, the press can make her a scorned, vindictive woman.
Right.
So you got to do what them old ladies did down home. When the man acted up and cheated on them, they let them go and they raised their own children and kept them moving.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying, Bree. You may see it a different way, but I don't want them two sisters in Vegas because the press is going to dog them. The press going to say one said this, the other one said that about you. If you stay home, you can lock your door and don't let no press nowhere around you and your children. That's my advice to both women, and my advice to our brother, the champ. Get yourself together, champ. Sit down with your mom and your grandmom. Get yourself together. No, I love you. Get yourself. That's what I'm saying, Trey. That's my advice to the champ, who I love dearly, and both of the women that's involved in this. Y'all that's black women, y'all don't have to love each other, but y'all have to be together and protect them children because your children are siblings. Don't get caught up in a war from the press, and the children wind up hating each other. It's nobody to blame but the champ.
Right.
And he got to take blame on this. Man. I love you, champ, but you got to take blame, my brother. And to go on Shannon Sharp show, I'd rather put him on Ellen DeGeneres because she don't like Peter. She don't like Peter. She like Coochie.
Yeah,
Then
but
you going on a show with a guy that got three different babies by three different baby mamas? Come on, man, champ, you smarter than that.
but he invited the information. Like it would
But
have never gotten out without Terrence Crawford mentioning it.
understand that he knows. Everybody knows Shannon Sharp history. A
Yeah,
lot of people said he like guys. A lot of people said he like girls. But I heard him say he got three different babies by
you
three
do.
different baby mamas.
You do.
So I do my homework because I'm a guy from the corners because this thing brought up because Terrence Crawford name came up in the neck of the weight out of Philadelphia. They said, man, he owned them kids. We need to go see him. I said, oh no, I can't allow that. Some of my grandnephews, they wanted to go see Crawford. I said, no, stand down. I can't let that happen. Not because Terrence is all right. He just don't know how to manage fighters. He just put money out there to get it back. He never know fighters. So I'm saying, in my opinion, this whole thing is messed up, Fred. What you think?
I want to go back a bit, and first I want to apologize to the people that are listening to this video. Mr. Muhammad and I are two different time zones, so I'm working and moving while we're doing. So the audio is going to be distorted a little bit, up, down, left, and right. But and moving forward, that's probably going to happen a lot with us. Um, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit because in the mix of all this is oh damn, what happened? Is a father and kids that need each other, and I don't want the truth to get convoluted with we're advocating for Terrence Crawford to be separated from his kids. No, I lived that life, and I don't want that for any child. What I am saying is this: Terrence Crawford has to do better at understanding that he is the leader of a bloodline regardless if you're with the mother, not with the mother. And when you devalue the blood that helped create the bloodline, the rest of the world will devalue your bloodline. So now people will look at your kids and be like, oh, that this motherfucking daddy a piece of shit, man. His daddy don't love you. And what the middle school kids gonna say? What them high school kids gonna say? Oh, my father, Terrence Crawford. Oh, that nigga don't love you. He had a baby. That nigga fucked another woman while he was living. Oh, come on, man. He don't love you. So and these are the trials and tribulations of the world, you know. And I think Terrence Crawford needs to grab the situation, literally grab the situation, and he needs to reintroduce the situation to the world because now everyone is interpreting it the way they want to interpret it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so now he has to own it and say, well, listen, I ain't been with whether it's true or false, I ain't been with her in a year, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I've moved on, you know. Naturally, I should have done it while being married. However, I did not betray my family uh, um, with this child. But how he's leading on is like he ain't got no PR. He's not media trained, and that little young woman. She's not young anymore because she's been around. But you know her name, Julie. Is her name Julie?
Julie,
Yeah, she's below average as a media personnel because
she's not a good publicity.
no,
As
because
a woman, she should have stopped it right there. Say,
it
hey,
should have been edited
a
out.
lot of things going on.
It should have been
Leave
edited
this
out.
alone.
That part.
See, here's my point, and tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Uh huh.
I think, for the children's sake, the people need to come together. and squash it. Whatever happened, it happens. He was wrong. I was wrong. You was the other woman. But we as black women, we're going to have to raise these children. And they are siblings. Let's not get caught up in the media war. Let's stay strong and protect each other if we don't like each other. But we are black women raising black children in 2025. Let's get this stuff together. We'll deal with him probably, or we'll deal with him with your lawyers and my lawyers. Let's, as black women, let's don't let this thing get out of proportion, which is already have. But the two women can stop it all, Greg, because they are the two mothers of the children. And for life, these women's going to be connected. Am I right or wrong? You see what I'm saying, Fred? So people, you understand what I'm saying, Fred? So it's so when you so Fred,